Hello and welcome back to the Classically Urban Podcast. My name is OG Philly G, and joining me today are
Baby Ice Cube.
The Legacy.
And Georgeopoulos.
All right, so I want to talk to you guys about this Dave Chappelle stuff. I know you didn't watch it, but
I'm just going to sit back.
yeah. Do you watch it, right, Phil?
I fell asleep.
Bro, I can't.
I watched it.
It was like 4 o'clock in the morning when we turned it on.
I know, but I texted you guys literally a week ago.
I know.
I don't have Netflix.
You're excused. You have no excuse.
Well, I didn't have Netflix for a day.
But okay,
We
I'll
got
just
hacked.
I'll set the scene for you. Basically, it was in I don't know what city it was in, probably LA or something. He went to a comedy club, real small comedy club, like most comics do to test out their work and stuff.
Right.
But this time he recorded it. And it was
his Netflix special is in a comedy story?
there's one that is and there's one that's not, because there's two of them.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, actually.
That
A lot
well
of comics are doing it. It's not that. Well, it is cool, but.
anyway, it's literally Dave Chappelle sitting on a stool with a lighter, a cigarette, and a microphone. That's it. Just talking. And the reason I liked it was because, when you get on that big stage, their goal is to just be funny.
Yeah. They're trying to get the best reaction.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's their job.
This, for some reason, to me, just felt like he was just being like an OG and just talking.
Yeah, no, it's more personal.
And it
sure.
was fantastic because he was talking about everything from Harvey Weinstein to what he's been going through, the industry in general, touched a little bit on women, having that they're like this whole women rights thing and all that stuff.
I did watch an interview with him. That was actually really cool because he was talking about comedy clubs and like stuff they're implementing to like keep people off their phones.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Brandon?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see the interview, but I've seen a lot of stuff about
But
it.
basically,
do they have a
like
signal blocker in there?
they give they give you this like box that your phone goes in, and if you're inside the room, you can't get your phone out and you can't use it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to that.
But it keeps the show real. Like
I can
you
see
don't
why
get
people would have a problem with that,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Because, phones can go missing, and
But
then
you-
you have
you
a
exit-
fucking lawsuit on your hand.
Well, no, because you keep it on you.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, they don't.
But
Do
if
they
you're
just, like,
inside
is it like
the room,
in a lockbox and they keep the key or something?
no, it's electronic. So you leave the room, it opens. You're in the room, it's locked.
Yo, that's
It's
smart.
got like a proximity thing in it or
That's
something.
smart.
But
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that at all.
no, it's not that bad. But it was just really cool to see someone who's on such a high level in comedy can come back to like this small hole in the wall. Well, I guess it's really not a hole in the wall.
I think that's why
like,
Dave Chappelle is
that's-
like considered so great, is because
Yep.
he's still huge, but he's almost still considered like niche.
He's,
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
real.
Yeah, I can actually see that. Yeah.
You know, I don't know if niche is the right word, but it still feels like he's
Specialized.
he's your comedian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you have Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, originally the few people who knew, like, oh, this is
that's
my
our guy.
Yeah, that's our guy. I think Dave Chappelle is in that interesting, like, weird realm, which is hard. Like,
Yeah.
that's like, near to impossible to get. Where like they're huge, but it still feels like, Dave.
Yeah.
Like that's the hump.
Anybody can watch Dave Chappelle and they're probably gonna have a good time.
Right. Exactly.
But George, you didn't like. You just told me you didn't like the setting. We didn't really go into specifics when we talked about it.
No,
but like,
no. The setting I didn't have a problem with.
or was the platform that you? Yeah,
The platform.
Yeah.
The platform.
What
What he
Netflix?
said needed to be said. It absolutely needed to be said.
Yeah.
A comedy show was not the place. Had that motherfucker made a book
Yeah, but
about all the shit he did, dude, I'm telling
nobody's
you.
gonna read it though.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? A lot of people would. And he
Not as
said,
many
Nobody
people are
reads
gonna watch
books
a Netflix
anymore.
special.
Let me explain. Here's the thing. He mentioned in the special he mentioned it in the trailers. He was going to talk about why he left the industry. He never outright stated why, but he did go into some depth about certain things. I won't give it away.
He said that already years ago, though.
No, but
In
like
interviews.
this is like on another level
Yeah.
of it. Like, because he does interviews where he's like, yeah, I left, I walked away from 50 million and all this other stuff. But like,
I've seen a few interviews where he talked about it like it was just horrible for him.
yeah. But he
gives a very good example. I don't want to give it away because it's so.
Well, yeah, he uses analogies to explain
Yeah.
why he did what he did.
Like I said, what he said needed to be said. It just wasn't good for a comedy show.
You know what's really odd about him leaving and shit like that?
What? It was out of nowhere?
Well,
Everything about it?
but no. When everyone thought he was in Africa, my aunt lives in Yellow Springs, which is where he lives. And I was out there visiting, and Dave Chappelle, wife and kids, just walking around.
Yeah.
Going to the fucking some random little art store and shit.
Yeah.
But it was funny.
He actually brings up in one of his specials. I think it was in an interview actually. He's like the little crusty, the clown of his little.
Yeah. No, he
Town.
he is because everyone. But
Like
it's
everyone
weird.
knows. Oh, that's Dave Chappelle. Yeah, he's just there.
Yeah. No, he's not Dave Chappelle. It's just Dave.
Yeah.
But it's weird because when everyone thought he was like in Africa, disappearing into the, I was like, nah, I literally just saw this man. People are like, nah, he don't live there, and I'm like, he definitely does.
Yeah. But back to the thing.
Yeah.
Whether you want to admit it or not, a comedy show has to be funny.
It was
has to
funny
be.
though.
No, not really. Not Dave Chappelle funny. Not even decent comedian funny. I'll be straight up.
Are you serious?
You know me. I don't have a problem with Dave Chappelle. I don't. That wasn't funny. That wasn't a good comedy show. That was a TED Talk that made me chuckle sometimes.
But
I like TED Talks.
TED Talks are great.
okay, did you watch Neil Brennan's Three Mics?
Yeah, and same thing with that one.
You didn't like that?
No.
Man, I guess we just have different tastes in it, but like,
I can see why George would be
Yeah.
bothered by it because it's a comedy show.
but like
And
comedy.
like I said, what he said needed to be said. Absolutely.
Like that was my whole thing when I went to go see Kanye.
yeah.
I had this weird nervous feeling the whole time. Is Kanye gonna have a rant and leave right now? The whole time because he had interludes in his concert, which is really cool because nobody really does that.
Yeah.
And they were like really dope interludes, but intermissions, excuse me. But the whole time I had this weird like overbearing feeling like fuck this, I could just walk out in any second now because Kanye could go on this rant and just leave us all with nothing. And that would break my heart. So I could see why George would be like, it's a comedy special.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Especially if it's Dave Chappelle.
But
Dave Chappelle
in the
can
same
crush.
Token, but in the same token, when people see comedy special Dave Chappelle, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna watch it. So what he said is gonna definitely 100 times get more views than a random interview or a book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, I still don't like it.
Hmm.
Whether it was a good move or not, to get his message out there, that's a different subject.
Hmm.
That really is. We could debate that all day, and I don't have the answers to that one. But as a comedy special, did not like it.
Here's my thing about it. Yes.
You
Dave
didn't enjoy it at all?
Not as a comedy special.
Did you enjoy it though?
Because I was expecting a comedy special. I'm like, I'm going to laugh my fucking ass off.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, this is really intriguing. And
I think that's
and
how I
in-depth.
felt with XXX Tentacion, right?
Yeah.
So, his breakout song, "Look at Me," right? The
No,
one,
I
the
don't-
one
I
that
don't listen
everyone,
to
the only song that everyone knows. Okay, you've heard it before.
I probably have. I just don't know it's
I love
him.
it. Who is your man? Can I keep my dick in my pants?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he dropped the video for it randomly, like it just popped up on everyone's feeds, and everyone was like, "Oh fuck, cool, right?" It was about 30 seconds of the song in the video, and then it cuts to a totally different song, and it's him addressing racism.
Oh
for the
yeah, I
rest
think
of
I
the
did
video.
watch that.
Now, granted, people were saying he went a little overboard because he was hanging a little white kid, but
Listen,
The
you
whole
know,
idea
hey,
behind-
look,
God damn it! If we can't hang white children, what are we doing this for?
but now they know. Now they know our pain. Like I mean, I don't know.
no,
what
the whole point of it is that you teach racism.
Yeah, I know.
It's not something that's in your brain.
Yeah.
But I definitely see where George is coming from because I was expecting this goofy, super ignorant, like just ridiculous music video because the song is just completely ignorant.
Yeah.
You go into it, and I feel like there's a analogy, I guess. There's a switch in your brain, right?
Yeah.
You have the switch on. Hey, I'm about to watch Dave Chappelle. I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off, and then you get talking about real shit in your brain. You're like, oh, I'm not laughing right now.
Yeah.
This is some heavy shit. I had to be prepared for this.
And the sad thing is, it's not like he's incapable of doing it. He did it great on the first Netflix special he released when he's wearing the bomber jacket, not the bomber jacket, but
That's Equanimity. The one that you don't like is the Bird of Revelation.
Yeah. No. I mean the first.
Yeah, the one.
batch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
that
2-part one.
What?
The 2-part one.
The first
Yeah,
collection
yeah.
that he put
Yeah.
out like
Yeah,
way
that
back to back.
was good. He addressed a lot of issues, and they were freaking hilarious. The Cosby things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he had the
Laugh
best
line.
rape joke of all time.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Yeah.
fantastic. He rapes and he saves. Like it's just
Yeah. So it's not like he's incapable of it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah, I feel like I see what you're saying because
Like,
you
this
have this
happens
when
to-
you have an
yeah.
idea of something and then it goes a totally different way. You're like, wait, just hold
it's
on.
not even that. It's the parameters of the art form. That's like me showing a wood carving to you and going, "This is a painting." No, that's a wood carving. It's not a bad wood carving.
That's not fair.
No,
because it's an art is subjective.
But do you understand the goddamn analogy?
No.
I get you,
Okay,
but like,
art's subjective, but motherfucker, you can
but
be
that's
wrong.
that's a bad analogy
I know,
because
yeah.
But
he's
you-
doing
okay,
to
here's
what
the
he's doing. That's comedy.
Here's the thing.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's just a form of entertainment. That's all he's doing.
A humorous form of entertainment.
And people, did you not see the crowd? They were still laughing.
They were going, "Oh yeah."
No. You must not have been paying attention because there was a
I was
dude
paying
right in front
attention.
of him who was busting out laughing the entire time. It's just, I don't think it's fair for you to say it wasn't good because at the end of the day, he is an entertainer. That's what he does. He entertains people.
Yeah.
There's just different forms of entertainment, and he uses his platform, whether it be comedy, whether it be doing the special that he did.
You're right.
It's just a form of entertainment.
You're right. George is also right. Though.
I'm not saying George is wrong.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying it's
Also,
not fair
like-
for him
like
to
I
say
said,
that like
If you don't match up to your form of what your what's it called outlet is, like for example, one of the reasons I didn't like Bill Burr's new special as much is because it felt more like a podcast. Like if you listen to Bill Burr's podcast, it's very similar to his special. He was even doing his little like vocal bits, lady, shit like that.
Maybe his podcast is
It's leaching into his comedy.
right.
It kind of took away from the special. You could kind of see it like when he on his delivery.
Yeah.
Like Bill Burr, he's always with this over the top screaming motherfucker. He opens his special. He's talking about people, normal guys. Instead of going, example, he was using the phrase, he puts on his pants one leg at a time. Instead of going usual Bill Burr and going, he puts his one pants on one leg at a time. He kind of
Right.
lets it
Yeah.
drift off. He
I
puts
mean, that's
his
fair,
leg
but like,
he puts his pants on one leg at a time. It's like that's not you.
but
It's
how?
not comedy.
But how much is it? You can't say that's not you, one, because you're not him.
So
Second of
you
all,
understand what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, but like, how do you know this isn't just their evolution of what they're becoming? Like, think of how Dave Chappelle's been in the game for so
Evolution
long.
isn't always a good thing.
I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying like, it's just he's growing into his new form of comedy, and maybe this is his way of addressing now that he's older and he sees the game in a different
One of the
way.
huge hardships about being an artist is that when you gain followers and you get this huge following of people that love you,
Yeah.
they expect something.
Yeah, they expect a comedy show to be humorous.
No, but right. No, I get what you're saying. Okay,
It's just-
listen from my
It was
I'm just
humorous,
being a
George.
dick.
Listen from my artistic perspective, right? You gain people and they expect something, right? You as an artist, you want to do what feels right to you because that's your goal the whole time. You want to express yourself in the way that you have been or however it is that you're feeling.
Exactly. Yep.
Expectations aren't met, and then you have this problem because the artist is still doing what he's been doing. It's just not how he's been doing it. If that makes sense. So, okay, for example, right? Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah.
His first two albums, they were really dark, they were really depressing, and that's why all the kids flocked to him because, fucking young high school, freshman, middle school, whatever kids, when an artist comes around and they're like talking about their issues, it's relatable.
Because they're all emos now. I'm just kidding.
Well,
Sydney didn't like my
as
Valentine's
Tyler's
Day.
career, as Tyler's career went on, he didn't make albums like that anymore, and people were shitty about it. They were really pissed off because they were like, "Well, why aren't you making this anymore?" And Tyler's like, "Well, I'm just not sad. I'm not sad anymore.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm not gonna make a song about being depressed and wanting to hang myself anymore if I have, all my friends are doing good, my family's doing great. I'm living the life I wanted to live." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's this weird relationship between a fan's expectation and an artist's art.
Here's the thing. It's not like this was the special before it, too. This was just this special, though. The one before it, also very funny.
Right,
And it
but
had some very good
maybe
points.
now
They were probably
he
filmed
did
about,
that as a comeback, right? And now he has everyone's attention, and he feels like now people will listen again, and he finally has his podium back.
He never really lost his podium.
No, no.
Yes, he
you're-
did.
No,
No,
he didn't.
no,
he didn't
no.
necessarily lose.
George,
no,
come on
no, no,
now.
no, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
bullshit.
He didn't lose his podium. He definitely lost eyes, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like
He was
the-
still there.
the podium's useless without
You-
the eyes.
Okay, you'd be definitely wrong to think that people weren't paying attention anymore.
Dude,
Okay,
How
no,
much
no, no.
did
Check
Netflix
this
pay
out.
him?
Check this out. If Dave Chappelle had come back and tried to make a special like how he did, right before the original one, Netflix wouldn't have brought it out.
oh, that's a different subject. I thought
No,
you were
no,
talking about like
it's-
Dave
well-
Chappelle and the time he was off stage.
No, that's what I'm saying. He was off stage for so long he hadn't made a special. If he had tried to come back and do the one where you're talking about how he's talking about all the problems and why he left, Netflix wouldn't have brought that out because that doesn't bring the eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But okay, Cody, he filmed 4.
Right.
They were probably filmed about a year apart.
Okay.
In his own testimony.
Yeah.
Some of the first 2 he had stored. Like he just recorded those, decided he's going to put them out one day.
I'm saying. But if he would have decided to come back with his like little TED talk that you refer to it
Yes.
as, Netflix wouldn't have let that happen because he had been away for so long. You can't just come back as a comedian. You can't just come back not with comedy.
Okay. We're going
Again,
on to a
it's-
different
it's still
subject.
comedy, people.
No,
No,
I didn't watch
I'll
it.
say it
I
outright.
know,
I'm
I'm
just,
just-
I'm just
I
going
know.
off. I'm going off what y'all are saying. Okay.
I know.
I get that. There's probably chuckles. Yeah.
I was laughing,
And
bro.
that's
sure.
about it.
No,
Chuckles.
okay,
I'll
well-
say it outright. You know me. I like the guy.
George is
This
really
was not
critical about
funny.
comedy
I
because
know
that's what
he
he
is.
loves.
I
Okay.
know, I
He
know.
deserves this.
I
But
know.
point being, I'm saying
He doesn't respect
he
greatness.
never
it's
lost
fine.
his podium. He just lost his eyes. You know what I'm saying? He had to get his clout back. You know what I'm saying he had to get his clout back.
His clout horse.
I don't think he lost that much. I think he
George,
lost. He
come
lost
on.
some. Dude, this motherfucker never.
He didn't. Bro.
He was still
George.
doing tours around the world. That's not a joke. He
Yeah,
was,
name his tour. Go ahead.
I don't know because I wouldn't keep up because the motherfucker was on social media. He would literally do these. Dude, everyone in the comedy community was talking about this shit. Bill Burr, Joe Rogan, Jim Norton. They were all talking like, yeah, Dave Chappelle.
But you know why you never heard of him doing a show?
Because he
Publicity.
wouldn't put it out. He didn't have social media.
Publicity.
Because no one wanted to see him at the time. He didn't
No,
have the eyes
he-
looking for him.
Marketing is everything.
He didn't want people looking for him. He just wanted to do it for the art.
Right. But the thing of it is.
So he doesn't have the eyes looking at him. So he doesn't have the influence that he had.
Facts. Maybe in the comedy community he did. Talking about broad. Like, this is.
Like the general public, the way Kevin Hart and Bill Burr and Joe Rogan and Ralphie May all like had these platforms, and the general public, their platforms were nowhere. Like Dave Chappelle was nowhere near as big as they were at this time.
Put it like this, right? You got 4 comedians on stage. They're all chopping shit, right? Dave Chappelle sitting in the front row. We all know he's there. We all know he's funny. He might yell out a couple things that make people chuckle, but he's not on the stage.
Okay, I can kind of see where you're coming from.
You see what I'm saying now? We know he's there. We love Dave.
But I think we got.
Oh, there's Dave. Oh, I see him over there. Maybe the camera pans over to him. He does some goofy shit.
What are we talking about at this point?
I'm
Like,
saying
whether
he
like
didn't
why
have,
he would do that. Or,
No, I'm saying he didn't have the eyes on him.
So
So
are we
he
just-
had to come back with the first 2 specials that he had stored.
First three.
But
first
3.
The first collection to get the attention back. Then he took the moment, hey, I got my clout back. Clout whores hitting up my Instagram. Now I'm going to talk about some real shit because I got everyone's attention.
Okay, here's the thing. He went too far with the real shit. He didn't
I don't
sprinkle it
think-
in.
I don't-
How can you go too far?
I don't
with
think
real
he
shit?
did.
Okay, shut the fuck up. George Carlin talked about fucking real shit
Yeah.
all the time.
But that was
Every
his
special.
niche.
You can still talk about real shit and make it funny. Comedians do it all the time. That's why people get mad about them.
But
Because they
here-
take these serious subjects and make them hilarious. Things you shouldn't joke about. Dave Chappelle has that ability. That's what made this
True.
one shitty.
I think here's the problem here.
He was in a different mode.
You don't think he's funny, and you expect everyone else not to think it was funny. But
No,
it's
I'm
funny
defending
is a
my
subjective point of view. Just because you say it's not funny doesn't mean it wasn't funny. It just wasn't funny to you. To me, it was hilarious. To the people in that room, it was funny. It just wasn't funny to you. So you can't say it wasn't funny overall because
say
you
it's
didn't
not
like
funny.
it. No, that's,
I can. I've seen shitty comedians, seen good comedians. Some people just, in that moment, they're not funny. Dave Chappelle's a funny guy. And this comedy special was a letdown. It really was.
I think the biggest issue George is having. Yes, I'm still here.
Hey!
I think the biggest issue George is having with this whole thing is
comedy has to be funny.
No,
No.
it wasn't.
Well, yes.
George.
No.
Okay.
They're saying no, as in.
I know, but
okay.
You're wrong.
the way they said
Okay.
that, they set me off for
Okay.
like 5 seconds.
But George went into this.
Had to come in. Wait a minute.
So he did his first collection, which was him jumping back on stage saying, "Hey, I'm still here. I'm still relevant."
I'm still here.
Yes. And then when he put this one out, George went into it thinking it was going to be the same old Dave.
Right.
But this was Dave.
Like I said, weird
It wasn't.
relationship.
He did something different, and that's why you didn't like it.
No, I did.
No,
it wasn't
that
what you were
shit-
expecting.
People can
That-
change up their comedic styles.
Yeah,
People
but,
can keep.
but that doesn't mean
change
you
up-
like it every time.
Yeah.
No.
This is a style that you did not like compared to his other stuff.
You wouldn't even watch it. Neither of
Yeah,
you watched
but
it.
I've been listening to what you're saying, and
Yeah, but I can still go off what you're saying.
Okay.
I don't have to watch it to know that there's different forms of opinions.
because
I
obviously it
watch
was
it-
different because you didn't like it.
Right.
Yeah.
There was something different that you didn't like.
Point is, we're gonna watch it after this.
Yeah.
Because this is too big of a discussion to like.
No, this is awesome. I really do love this. I'm getting frustrated.
But
Fuck,
like,
it's
I just don't
awesome.
understand why. Like when I watch something, I always go into it with a completely open
Yeah.
mind. I expect people to surprise me, to do what they do best, but also throw something in it so I don't expect it coming.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
You really want me to say that
No,
again? Okay,
it's a
okay.
sa-
I
it's
know.
a
I'm
saying.
just saying. Like I can
Yeah.
if you want me to.
Fucking
I
old
can.
man. Get on Twitter.
Okay.
Jesus
But
Christ.
my point is, when I go, like when I went into Neil Brennan's special, the three mic special.
Your mother got it.
Your mother.
The three mic special was amazing to me simply because he proved that he could do something. He can do normal comedy. He can turn around, hit you with one-liners that are hilarious, and then he can go back and make you feel captivated with the story.
Wait, George, how many times have you watched it?
3 times now.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
What, you watched the Chappelle one 3 times?
Yeah.
Oh.
Never mind. I was gonna say maybe if you watch it one time, you might have a different.
No, I expected George to like do his research on this because we were going to talk about it. Which I'm not saying your opinion's
I know, I
wrong.
know.
I'm just saying like,
But it's an opinion.
Yeah.
but I like to have those like flows of emotions within comedy because that's what makes it so good and so entertaining to me.
You can use different types of emotion to bring out comedy.
That's what he was doing though. Because he went to that manic place where he was cracking jokes, haha, and then
Oh, we're
he
talking
brought it
about
back
Dave
down.
Chappelle
Yeah,
or-
yeah.
Oh.
He brought it back down was like, but at the same time, his line through the whole thing was like, "You women are right. Y'all are right. The things we are doing to you are fucked up. You're right."
Yeah.
That's okay because it's making us feel happy about this, being comfortable in this situation, and then bringing it back. Like now that I have you, now you're gonna listen to what I'm going to say.
The
And
way
you're
you're
gonna think
the way
about
you're
it.
describing it does sound like a TED talk. So I'm gonna go with George on that.
It's just okay. You can say I have certain expectations. Those expectations can be wrong, but when it comes to a certain platform of entertainment, I expect certain things. I expect.
I feel like your view of like celebrities and their platform might be a little skewed. Like why?
Maybe.
Why can't they talk about stuff?
just certain things I don't give a fuck about your opinion.
Yeah, but
That
but
you
the-
need to stop
But
saying
see,
that.
the thing of it is that
I no.
you
do.
We need people like that.
To an extent.
No, we do.
Anyway,
because
can I get back to what I was saying? Because I think it might help you understand where I'm coming from. Not saying this is how everyone should do form their basis.
proceed.
Outlet. Probably that's a better word for platform.
Mm-hmm.
I expect certain outlets and mediums of entertainment to have certain things. Board games have a board. Video games have a screen. Controllers.
There you
Yeah.
Well,
Comedy's supposed to
I mean, the
have
VR kind of.
yeah.
Anyway,
Comedy's supposed to have a consistent amount of humor. With Dave Chappelle's, it was few and far in between. That's why it gives me this TED Talk like vibe. I had chuckled. Yeah. I laughed. Yeah. But it wasn't enough. It just felt like a letdown as a comedy show. And like I said, what he said was important and true and right, and it needed to be said.
right.
But it just wasn't.
All I'm saying
As
is
funny
all,
as he
all
could've
that
made it.
comes from expectation, though. Your expectation of a comedy special.
Yes.
Let me ask you
Right.
something real quick.
Sometimes. Oh yeah.
Brandon.
Proceed.
Where are we at on time?
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
This is raw, uncut, baby.
What is Dave Chappelle's biggest platform? The one that reaches the most people and is the most influential.
Okay.
TV.
No, I'm just saying. Just
Yes. His stand up.
Okay.
The
just
radiation
wait right
from
there.
the computer screens are burning my eyes, and I love it.
Baller.
Shout out, Lil B.
So if you were say you had the same options as Dave Chappelle, the same power in each of your platforms as he does, and you wanted to get a message out there, how are you going to do it?
I'd make it funny and then do it as a comedy special.
But that's the problem.
He focused too much on the message.
Hey, sometimes the message gets lost in the comedy.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Not
why I
really.
think he was
That's
going
what
for
laughter is. That's what laughter is. It's
No.
a sign of learning and agreement. That's what that is. That's why someone can convince you more if they make you
I
laugh.
see what you're saying.
I
Like,
mean,
like if you're joning on somebody. Like,
Yeah.
if I say,
I know what that means.
I don't know what that means. It's to be
well, you're old. That's an old term, so I would expect.
like with George Carlin's views on religion did not get lost in the comedy. The comedy helped cement them in your mind.
I feel like at that time period, though, I feel like George Carlin wasn't truly appreciated all the shit he said until later.
No. He was well appreciated in his time.
I don't
this
know,
wasn't
man.
Bill Hicks. If you're thinking of Bill Hicks, then yeah.
No, I don't know, because I feel like the shit George Carlin was talking about, it may not be his fault, but I feel like it's more relevant to today. Not necessarily his fault, but I feel like he's more appreciated the shit he said now. In my opinion, I think. I don't know.
No, I think it's diminishing
You think it's diminishing?
because one of the things that made Carlin so amazing was we're gonna get back to this subject. I'm gonna say this one thing because he has things he wants to say. He does.
I mean, you can
Proceed.
keep going. Keep going.
Fucking
Proceed.
Carlin opened the door and paved the way for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But now all those people are doing the same thing Carlin did, and to the point where the things that Carlin did are now hacky to me. Like
Nah, you can't say that because he originated it. You can't do that.
Some
to him.
things. Some things.
Don't do that to his name.
I can.
That's fucked
No,
up.
but no. As in when people emulate Carlin. Like,
Yeah, but that shouldn't make
like we-
Carlin hacky.
No.
It makes
The
what
things
they're
that-
the people. It makes the
other
people.
people.
Hack. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
That's,
okay,
that's
okay,
what he's
okay.
saying.
But they're
Oh,
all
okay.
trying to be Carlin.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
You lost me there for a
The
second.
thing that made Carlin, but the thing that made Carlin amazing was the fact that he was the only person doing what he was doing. He was
Right.
the dude doing the 7 dirty words. He was the dude shitting on religion. He was the dude doing these insane social commentaries
but
on language.
Think about the
and-
time period all that happened in.
Yeah,
People weren't that open to that.
exactly.
I'm saying that's
So-
why he's more appreciated now because
Exactly.
now.
So, no.
Wait a minute.
Because what?
You tripped him up.
No, why did I say exactly? I think it was just my way of trying to get
He
him to shut up.
agreed.
I think it was my way of trying to.
Don't
get him
try to
shut the
backtrack
fuck
out of
up.
that one.
He
You agree with
agreed.
him.
He agreed.
Okay, wait a minute.
No,
Here's
basically what I'm saying is
Okay.
like what I said about Jim Jeffries and religion.
My man.
I don't like it anymore.
Oh.
I don't like it anymore. It's just like, oh, you are doing that again. You haven't changed in I don't know how many years. You and 8 million other comics. That's good, man. Keep doing
But
that.
here's my thing with that.
Yeah.
You say that, but you expect Dave Chappelle not to try and be different.
No. Okay, different doesn't always mean good. Different.
But how
For
are
a
you?
comedy special not being funny, and that's is way of being different.
Ooh, here we go.
But it wasn't
No,
funny
hold
to
on,
you.
hold
It
on.
was funny to
That's-
other people.
That's the other point. Anyway,
Who's this
listen,
funny
no,
to?
Me.
Brandon.
Okay, so we have one person.
I mean,
Did you not see the
Everybody
people in the
else
room?
Yeah.
Like
Mama
the people in
thinks
the
it's
room
funny.
weren't sitting there booing him.
Yeah,
they were
Grandpa
like
was
funny.
they were
I watched-
laughing and enjoying the time.
Also, they edit those.
I understand that, but like they
secondly-
still
What's the
I-
name of the new special?
the
you
Bird
could-
of Revelation.
yeah, that's the one. I keep on confusing.
There's 2 of them. It's a yeah. Listen.
I'm just gonna look up the reviews.
Yeah.
My whole thing is like you can't say that like people
But I
like
can.
No,
But I
you
can.
don't even know what I was going to say. Like calm down. My thing is you can't say that these other 8 million comedians who are doing the same thing are hacky, but then turn around and say Dave Chappelle wasn't doing it like Carlin where it was funny, but he was still saying something real.
That's not the problem I have with Carlin.
But I'm saying you can't if you're gonna say the other comedians are doing things Carlin are doing and that makes them hacky.
The material is hacky. The delivery is not hacky.
Okay.
What part are you not getting?
Because
I
you didn't say that before, so I'm saying okay. I'm just saying
I
now.
think I made that pretty clear. I think you just didn't understand.
I don't think you ever said the
Because
material.
no one else was communicating.
You never said material. You just
I
said the
literally
way.
said when he shits on religion. That's not his delivery, is it?
But, like-
that's not his stage presence, is it? That's his material.
Okay, but I'm saying you said that he makes real statements, but his comedy bolsters that up.
Yes.
Okay, so
My problem with Dave Chappelle is there seemed to be a lack of comedy.
But you can't. But I'm saying you expect him to be like that, but every other comedian is doing the same thing, and then you turn around and say all the other comedians who are trying to be like George
And now you're
Carlin.
fucking
hey, quick little thing. On Rotten Tomatoes, on the tomato meter, it has a 57%, but the audience score is an 88%.
yeah.
People liked it.
Okay, well that's also very different. They could be going at it like Brandon, or they could be going at it like me.
That's
Right. The tomato score is a critic score. The audience score is the general audience. people liked it.
Okay. Did they think it was funny though? Because
I mean, if you,
they liked it. They just liked it. But your whole thing is you didn't like it. And they say they liked it. So there are other people out there who do like it.
That's the reason I didn't like it, because it was funny. They could have liked it.
Okay, but the reasoning behind it isn't the problem, because I understand that it wasn't the funniest Dave Chappelle thing in the world. I still thought it was funny, but I also liked that he was an entertainer in that moment, not just a comedian. That's why I liked it. It wasn't the funniest Dave Chappelle special that I've ever seen in my life, but I didn't go into with my mindset thinking. Is
Equanimity the one that?
That's the first one. That's not the one we're talking about.
No, that's not the one we're talking about. But I'm just saying those people liked it. That's all you need to know, is that they liked it. It doesn't matter why they liked it. It's the fact that they liked it. Because you're sitting here saying you didn't like it.
Yes. What the fuck's happening here?
You just
you
said
don't like the things. I don't think it's good. I think it's bad.
There's a couple
Yes,
critics on
I
Rotten
think it's
Tomatoes
bad.
that are saying more or less around the same thing that George was saying.
Yes.
So
it says one person said is a defensive, occasionally hilarious hour.
So you're just thinking of it more of a critic, I guess, of like a professional in the
I thought
industry.
we went over this.
We did, but I'm just saying, like, now I'm trying to explain to George why I think it's funny and why he doesn't. Because you look at it the way the critic does, and I look at it
as an art form. What it is.
George loves comedy.
I know
That's his.
But
niche.
I'm saying I don't think he understood that until.
I think it's kind of like the same thing that's happening with Jay-Z and Cody.
No,
The rest of this Jay-Z's kind of good, but
that's totally different.
for Cody, it's kind of not meeting certain elements
Well,
that for him
no,
constitutes
it's
good things.
exactly the same thing because
I think. I mean,
no, because like
I guess it's you, so you can.
well, I'm more
Now I'm not going to shit on you for not liking Jay-Z. I get it now. God damn it. I'm not going to be that asshole. Dude, listen to this one song. It'll fix
I don't know
everything,
why.
bro.
I don't know why this always happens.
Yeah.
But every time we talk, it turns into this. We literally put a dot on a piece of paper, and we go everywhere else on that piece of paper, looking all over the place, trying to figure out the answer, and we never find that dot.
But
We look at it from every angle, and we can never find it.
He found one of the dots. He found the dot for George. He found
Just 'cause I'm
George's
coming at
dot.
it from a different perspective,
No,
a
I'm saying-
critical one, doesn't mean it's less.
I'm saying the fact that you now understand why Cody doesn't like Jay-Z. That's your dot. You found it.
Okay,
Hey.
a dot that wasn't even brought up.
I mean, it's just a random dot. It's a dot from
I'm
like 3
solving all
weeks
the
ago, but
problems
like
except the one in the paper.
We're referring to an analogy that's not even real. That was just now created by Phil.
you know, it's
You're
fine.
literally just looking at everything from every possible angle, and you guys still you guys aren't figuring out what you're trying to do.
You're in a room. You're looking for a pen. The pen's in front of your feet. You're facing each other, but you're looking everywhere but down.
It's just sad that actually happens to me a lot at work.
Oh
Where the fuck are the beam clamps?
This says a lot
Wait.
about your personality,
No,
George.
low key, George. I'm the same way.
Yeah,
I'll grab
you
a box
assume for
cutter.
it to be where it's not, but it is where it's supposed to be.
Because if it was where it's supposed to be, I would have found it.
See, that's why I normally don't say so much, because I'm literally trying to process what you two are saying, and I'm like, you guys are saying the same things but not understanding each other, even though it's almost the same thing, and then you try and say it different ways, and it just, you keep working yourselves in circles, and you never get anywhere because you're saying the same things over and over again.
All I've said is that George can't say it's not funny because it's.
I can say it's not funny.
It's an opinion. He can say that, but the difference is,
no, but I'm fucking say it outright.
Opinions are
It's
not
not
based on
funny.
fact.
It's just not funny.
Opinions
that's an
are not-
opinion.
I don't throw this out there lightly.
That is an opinion.
That's an
it's
opinion.
not funny.
But
That is an opinion.
Okay, motherfucker. Sometimes certain opinions are better than others.
No.
Yes.
It's all
No.
up to the
Yes.
individual.
You dumb fuck. No.
Wait,
Yes, certain
wait,
opinions are better than others.
Hold on.
You're a fucking idiot.
Wait a minute.
Opinions are like assholes.
Everybody got one.
Everybody got one.
So wait, did you say that your asshole is better than mine?
Yes. Yes. 10 out of 10. Yours, 0. What the fuck are you doing?
I wipe a little too hard.
Yeah, you don't use baby wipes.
I know. Do you use baby wipes?
Yeah, and chapstick, goddammit.
Whoa. Where did
playing.
we go?
I'm playing.
We just went. You know that paper you were talking about, Phil?
We just flipped it over. We're nowhere
Crumple
close
that son
now.
of a bitch
Fucked up
lit it
because
on fire.
when he said that, I just thought about, I wonder how Carmex would feel on my asshole.
Oh
No,
my
you need Burt's
God.
Bees. Has that nice minty feeling to it.
So does Carmex.
Where
It has
have we
menthol in
gone?
it.
People stop.
Menthol on your butthole?
Oh, yeah.
What?
But George,
Fix vapor rub.
George,
Oh no!
Icy hot.
Oh my god!
we're moving
Tiger
on.
Balm.
We're moving on. We're moving on. You can't say some people's opinions are better than others because
I
opinions are
can.
not based on fact.
That's not okay.
Yeah, it is.
You can't do that.
It's not.
That's just
Southern dude does-
no. Listen to me.
Quick thing. I can prove it. Southern dude who thinks gay dudes aren't supposed to get married. That's his opinion. My opinion is they should be getting married. Whose is better?
Well,
It's an opinion.
It's
It doesn't
so-
matter.
yeah, it doesn't exactly. it doesn't
Shut
matter.
up. One's better than the other.
No,
No, it's not.
it's not. You can't.
Well, I mean, you're kind of comparing basic human rights to opinions. So.
That's
Yeah, some
the
people
difference.
have fucked up opinions on basic human rights.
But we're not talking about human rights. We're talking about opinions
But
that
I'm just
don't
shattering that
don't
concept that
destroy.
certain
No,
opinions
that
are
didn't
better
shatter
than
the
others.
No,
concept.
see, human rights are just it's a thing.
That's just a
No,
thing that
they're
every
not.
human deserves.
They're really
Yeah.
deserves. Yes.
That's a funny
Get
word.
no.
Okay, listen.
Deserves is a funny word.
Why?
Okay.
Sounds like reserves.
I go in and I go to somebody's house.
Oh, are you talking? No, I
No,
know
no,
that.
no.
I know
No,
that.
no,
I'm
no.
just saying, like, why did you think deserve was like? I thought you meant like it was actually just a
Because
funny
you're saying
word.
humans deserve, human rights are basic things that humans deserve. Deserve is is a funny word because I could go and break in someone's house and fuck their 3-year-old boy. Do I deserve to die?
Whoa.
No.
Yes.
Our
Yeah.
our
Whoa.
opinion, yes.
Whoa.
I deserve. Deserve. Right?
Listen.
I'm saying.
Be careful with that.
Play devil's advocate for a
Okay.
second.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
on, guys,
but
guys,
Do
hold
I
on.
you could
deserve
you could
to
use
die?
the way
want to.
less. Like that was.
Yeah, I bring up extreme situations
That was
just to put everything in
extreme,
perspective.
bro.
Okay, God
Thank
damn
you
it.
to Mr. Jared Fogle.
Eat fresh.
Oh, that was great.
You did raise me this way. You let me talk like this since I was like 15.
Right, but not. Not to do that to little boys.
I'm not gonna fuck a child. I'm just
Cody,
saying.
I don't think
This is like
anyone
the
deserves
second
to die.
podcast where I talked about fucking a child because the other one I was talking about the laws.
Yeah, I know. But I don't think anyone deserves. Like we don't have the right to kill anybody.
Ah, okay.
That's just the way I
Fuck,
believe.
See?
we don't.
No, play devil's advocate for a second, right? Nah, never mind. Fuck you.
he can't do that.
I already know what the fuck he
He,
did. Fuck outta here.
It's an
can't
opinion.
do that.
That's all it boils down to is it's an opinion.
Yeah.
And nobody's wrong,
Is
but
this-
you're arguing it.
Is deserving an opinion though? Is what's deserved an opinion?
When
That's
you're
not what we're talking
about.
about. We were talking about opinions here, and then you brought in deserve.
Well, I'm
Thank
saying.
you for joining for this.
No. Fuck that. I'm gonna keep going.
Hey, I found the title.
Get your finger away
No,
from
I'm,
the mouse,
I was just
motherfucker.
my mouse.
I found
We're
the
good.
title for the video.
Dave Chappelle. Fun
No.
or not?
No,
We fuck
Dave
boys.
Chappelle and George's asshole.
There you go.
No, but
is deserving an
Spell
opinion. though.
asshole with the A-U-S, by
be
the way.
quiet. What?
Why? Because I say asshole funny.
Yes.
What you say is deserving a?
Is deserving an opinion.
You mean in the human rights sense?
No, just period. Deserve, right? If you deserve something, is that an opinion?
To me,
I think yes.
to me that it depends on the situation.
I don't know, man, because
Because my
I think
my
deserve is such an open thing.
I think that's why I'm saying it depends on the situation. Because my morals, there are some things people deserve, and that's not an opinion.
Morals are opinionated.
They are, but I'm just saying, like in my
Do
like,
people
in-
deserve free healthcare?
I mean,
We're
I
having a
think-
countrywide debate.
I think so.
That's your opinion.
Yeah.
why?
No.
That's your opinion.
Why is it an opinion?
No, why do you? I'm just asking why you think that way.
I mean, I don't know. I think we put enough in taxes to where we can,
I mean, we
Afford.
do, but like
I think we can my opinion about it is we deserve it because I think there's most definitely enough money going through the government that you could provide something. I don't know. Does it actually, you know what? Deserve? I don't know. Do we deserve health care?
I don't think I have the stamina for this podcast.
No, you know what? I don't think we deserve health care. I think we deserve affordable, like going to the hospital.
There
I
you
do
go.
think you deserve it.
There you go.
Because why the fuck should I be paying $8,000 for you to give?
Why
I've
the
had a
fuck
hernia
shouldn't
for
you? Why
3
the fuck
fucking
shouldn't you?
years.
Why the fuck shouldn't you? What
Because
makes you
it's
think you're so
ridiculous.
special?
Because it's human.
What makes you think you deserve it organic?
The same reason that you think you're special because you think Dave Chappelle wasn't funny in this new special.
Whoa. We've come
Exactly.
Full circle.
Yeah, but we still haven't found the
Some
dot.
opinions,
The dot is still in the
some
wind.
opinions are just better than others.
You gotta stop saying that.
I can.
It's all personal opinion, so it doesn't matter.
There's no such thing as a better opinion.
Because if you say that, listen, George, this is why you can't say that. Because if Donald Trump were sitting right here and having an argument with you,
Wait,
he
no,
could
hold
say
on.
the same shit to you.
Reverse your statement earlier
Which one?
about why you think opinions are better. Reverse that. Right? You could say the southern person's view is better.
That's what I just.
That would make you sound like an asshole.
Bruh, that's what I just said.
Shut up. I say it better.
Because you were talking over me. You couldn't
Hold on,
hear
guys.
me.
I have an idea. Brandon, you hate the new Dave Chappelle. George, you loved it. Fight.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. Go ahead, George.
It didn't have to be funny.
That's not
all what Brandon was saying.
That's not at all.
I'm over it. I really.
This is why we can't talk to him, because he does this.
Because
After
we've been
we've been
His
talking,
opinion trumps all,
that's what I'm saying.
including
like, it's fucking
including
pointless.
possible Trump.
Trumps all?
Triggered.
Trumps.
Triggered,
George
bro.
is Donald Trump. Illuminati confirmed.
But George,
Yes.
do you not? George, George,
George.
George.
Dude, yes.
You should change your name on Twitter to Georgie D. Bopoulos POTUS.
I need you to listen to me. Have an
I
open mind.
have
No, stop, for real.
You don't have very. Your mind is open when it wants to be.
If
Selective.
George,
Yes.
if Donald Trump was sitting across from you,
Yeah.
and he said the exact same thing to you that you said to me, that some opinions are more right than others.
Oh man.
Yes.
You would have a field day with him.
No, I wouldn't. Because
Donald-
I agree with him on that, Cody.
So you mean to tell me,
Certain people are just better than others, and I mean
bro?
that.
Get the fuck.
There's
So he could tell you that you're wrong because he's right and his opinion matters.
No,
Ah.
not the person. Therefore, their opinion. The opinion.
You see why
itself.
I can't
The
fucking
opinion
argue with him?
itself.
Like,
it's not the
he's
person.
so fucking
Hold on,
small-minded.
Hold on. No,
and
wait.
so
I have the
stupid.
perfect analogy
no.
for this. Hold on. Ready?
Why can't
Okay, you know that box that has the little robot finger thing?
Yeah.
And there's the lever. Well, when the lever's pushed one way,
Where the fuck are you going?
okay.
saying that's what
so
we are.
the box is open until you push the lever, and then all of a sudden it just snaps closed.
Right.
And then it pops back open again. Like the second you poke something in George's mind, it just shuts off.
Yeah.
He has his opinion. The box is closed.
Yeah.
You,
here's the
you
thing,
can never
here's the thing.
breach the hole.
Okay.
Here's
you
the
got
thing.
me. Got me. Okay.
You can be a bad person and still have right opinions. You can. You really can.
Yeah.
So
but that-
you're a
but
good
that- but
person
that's
with the
not-
wrong opinion on this whole situation.
That didn't further your argument at all.
No, because apparently, if Donald Trump has an opinion that just happens to be fucking right, it's not possible because he's Donald Trump. I'm not arguing about the person. I'm arguing about the opinion.
He just said it's not possible for Donald
So do you think
Trump
you
to
can
have
just
the
grab a
correct
woman by a
opinion.
pussy and just be fine with your life?
No, that's a wrong opinion. If you have that
like
opinion,
pussy.
you're fucking wrong.
But if he said to you, "That's right because I'm a better person than you,"
I like pussy.
your argument, he won the argument based off your logic.
No.
me up on
What
Instagram with
fucking?
DMs.
How?
Hit my DMs.
How is that my logic? How is that my logic?
At
How is it-
The opinion makes you the better person.
LEGACW.
Not the better person, therefore it makes the right opinion.
Okay, George, check this out.
What part do you get? No, I want you to tell me what you think I'm saying.
Don't pour more wine. Finish your wine.
Eh, fuck.
God damn it.
What do you think I'm saying? Be honest.
You're saying that your opinion is better because it's right. You think you're right. If Donald Trump sat here and
no.
said,
Fuck the Donald Trump shit. Leave that behind.
Yeah.
That's not getting
No
you
more
anywhere.
Donald Trump.
It's not getting you anywhere. Shut
Hold
up.
on.
I don't
What
know,
did-
I don't
what-
know how else
okay.
to get there. Like,
No. Both of you shut the fuck up. He's gonna talk. What do you think I'm saying?
Wait, hold on. Can we just not do this?
What do you think I'm saying?
Okay,
No,
hold on.
because this might help. This might help.
what did I just say?
I don't know, because these idiots were talking over you.
ahead.
Hold
Talk.
on. Hold on.
Shut.
Let's devolve this. Let's just chill out for a second, okay? Take a breath, Georgie boy. Breathe.
I'm breathing.
In the nostril. Goose frubba.
Okay. Can I?
It's
just
funny to say. That's
hear-
why it works.
Yes.
Say it.
Can
Say
I
it.
just hear what Brandon has to say?
Goose frubba.
I'm done with this shit, dude.
You gotta get the
I
salt-
want to hear what he has to say.
Gotta get that sultry shit at the end.
Okay,
Frubba.
fuck you. I'm done. I'm done.
Why are you doing this? Put the headphones back on.
No.
Put the.
I'm done playing this
All
stupid fucking
right.
game.
Thank you for joining us again at the
Fucking over it.
Classically Urban
Jesus
Podcast.
Christ.